Good evening. Okay, so I came from a movie date, right? Um, and I saw this movie, Inception, and it was starred by my crush, Leonardo DiCaprio. First, let me look into the plot of the movie. It was amazing. Like, amazing meaning you could have a lot of different takes on the movie. What happened? What was the real thing, like what was the reality of it. You could have a lot of conclusions about the movie. That's what's amazing about it. It's not like given to you. You have to think about it. What happened? Why is this the ending? Why, why did those characters do what they did? Blah blah blah. So it's really mind-boggling, meaning that you have to think about the whole thing, not just one part of it, but like the whole thing. Um, at first, it's kind of confusing at first, but you know, by the time it went to the climax and everything is kind of given to the audience, like the story is there. The wife of Leo was like, telling all the well, the wife was one of the reasons why, Leo can't even incept into other people's minds without his subconscious leaking out. Do you know what I mean? So, it's a deep movie. If you like psychology, if you like REM, non-REM sleep, if you like things like that, it would really be a good movie for you. Well, I don't like it that much. I don't like psychology that much, but I like the movie, because it made you think. And not only that, well, action is definitely there, drama a little bit, but I didn't cry, obviously. But there was drama between Leo and his wife, and I forgot the name of Leo's character. That's why I call him Leo. But yeah, I think it's Dom. Dom? Yeah, whatever. So, and then, yeah, there was a little bit of comedy. Not so much, but sometimes, you can laugh at some things there. But definitely action is there. I would say it's like a mix of Matrix, because they have to be put to sleep so they can get into people's minds. That's kind of like Matrix, right? There was a part where it looks like it's James Bond meets Spider-Man. You know, it's really it's well rounded actually. Um, but in the end, you kind of think of this whole thing that it's just a fiction. It's just fiction. It's just like a figment of Leo's imagination. My boyfriend and I are arguing that, well, he told me that it's kind of like it's another person's dream. That's what he said. It's another person's dream. It's not his dream in the end. But I was arguing that this whole thing was just his dream. Like this whole thing, he just imagined everything. He imagined all the characters, he imagined all his friends, he imagined the company, he imagined, his wife, his kids, his dad. It's because you would see in the end. I wouldn't want to spoil the end for you if you haven't seen the movie, but like in the end, you would see that why is the top not still spinning? I can't even explain to you right now because I know I would spoil everything if I said that. But in the end, I would just say that the symbol for his dream was still going on, because if that symbol, that top, is still spinning, that means he's dreaming. Okay? And in the end, it felt like it was his reality, but the top was still spinning. Therefore, I conclude that his reality is not really reality. He believes that it's his reality, but it's not. Okay, it's confusing the way I said it, but if you go see the movie, obviously it's really gonna hunt you, not hunt you, but like it's really gonna make you think what happened, why is this the way it is, blah blah blah. Okay, you have to like dig deep into it, like the details of it, so you would understand. So I think it's a good movie for people who can dig deep, you know, people who understands what dreams are, you know. I mean, you don't have to like understand what dreams are, but I mean, I'm totally contradicting myself right now. I can't even speak really clearly because the movie is not that clear. You think about a lot of alternatives for this movie. I don't know. I'm crazy about the movie, you know. See, I would think that it was his imagination. The kids, you know, his kids were his imagination. You know why? Because every time, the last time that he saw his kids, apparently, that was his reality before. The last time that he saw his kids, they were like this big. And, you know, he was gone for like years after that. And then he saw his kids again in his reality. They're still this big. Do you know what I mean? They could have at least become teenagers, or you know, became 12 years old or whatnot, but they're still the same age. They're still wearing the same clothes. Do you get me? So I think it's just an imagination of Leo. That's what I could conclude from that movie. But I like it. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this 9. I would give this a 9. Because I like movies that make me think. Not like movies that are given and shallow and, you know, just trivial. A no-brainer, you know. I don't like no-brainer kind of movies. So yeah, I enjoyed the movie, and looking forward to seeing it again. If I have a chance. Yeah, I'll see that again. Okay. In DVD probably. You know, I'll watch that again. Alrighty. Good night, guys.